This is a thought that the Course is constantly reminding us of. We have a choice every day. We can see the truth about ourselves or we don't see the truth about ourselves. And the Course is reminding us that the way we see the truth about ourselves is how we see other people. It's all through peer relationships. That's its major focus. And that's why it starts out by saying, I choose to see my brother's sinlessness. And then it says in the next sentence, the very first sentence in this workbook lesson, forgiveness is a choice. It is always a choice. You know, some of us would rather it not be a choice. Why can't it just be mandated that that's all there is? There's only forgiveness. But it is a choice for us. Today we get to choose love, and that's really what forgiveness is, a focus on love or a focus on fear, a focus on truth or a focus on illusion, a focus to know who we are or to choose once again to forget. The Course is constantly saying we have forgotten our reality. We've fallen asleep to our reality. And so we have forgotten who our brothers are as well. We think that they can do something to us. We think in some way that they can harm us, that their judgments can have power over us. And what this is saying is no, nothing can ever harm you in any way except by your own choice. So forgiveness becomes a choice. Where will my focus be today? Will my focus be on love? Will my focus be on truth? Will my focus be on seeing my brother's sinlessness? And it says, I never see my brother as he is, for that is far beyond perception. Now that's kind of a nice thing. I never see the truth about them because that's kind of beyond perception. The truth is they are sinless. The truth is they are holy, just as you. There's never been a change in that reality. You have not changed your reality to abide in a body and to be guilty or wicked or sinful, as the Course would say. You are holy. That's the truth. Don't we all kind of know that? We've read this. We've heard about it. If God is holy and we are a creation of God, how can he create unlike himself? Well, he really can't. Oh, except in that person or in that person. Oh, he missed the mark over there. That one just didn't come out right. You know, I remember someone saying one time, you know, your belly button is the reminder that everything is fine. You know, you're perfect. Because when all the babies were created, you came by on the little conveyor belt, and God went to each baby, went, you're done, and poked him right in the belly. You're done, you're done, you're done. What's that?
My mommy told me that.
You told that story. See, that's the story. Well, she was right. She was right. I learned it from her. You're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. So all you have to do is touch your belly button to know that you are done perfectly as God would have you be, right? So those are just, to me, fun little stories. But the point of it is beyond that little story that mommies tell their children to make them feel that nothing's missing inside of them, and Doug is looking at his belly button. Don't pan to Doug right now. It's be X-rated then. But is the reality of what we always innately knew. We made stories up to prove we were done. We're perfect. And that truth is there's nothing missing inside of you. You know, God is your creator. Everything that was given you is perfect. You're done. You're absolutely perfect. And so if you're done, then so is everyone else who walks this world, who sometimes doesn't seem so perfect, or sometimes doesn't seem so holy, sometimes doesn't seem so likable. Now, when the Course is saying, it's time to see my brother's sinlessness, it doesn't mean that we have to agree with what they do or condone what they do to see their sinlessness, to see their holiness, to see the love that abides within them. But we have to start moving our attention to the reality if we are going to be released from our pain and suffering, if this world is going to be released from its pain and suffering. You know, we're always wondering, who's going to save this world? Who, you know, I don't know if this necessarily this world, but who's going to bring peace to this planet, let's say? Well, it's going to be you. It's going to be me, and it's going to be everybody. But it's going to be as we change our minds about how we view each other. Not by making people do things I want them to do. I don't know if you recently heard this, but Obama was talking to the Chinese, and we're going to work on global emissions. You know, reduce these emissions, greenhouse gas emissions. And this is the first time two superpowers have met to do this. Now, that should just be a good accomplishment. But we're not doing it enough, they say. You know, the Chinese want to not have to work on their reductions of emissions until 2030. We're going to start working on our reduction of emissions now. And people are going, well, that's not fair. You're letting them off the hook. We have to do all the, you know, all of this that goes on. You know, somebody has to start. Whether it's us or them, we have to begin. We have to begin the process of reducing these greenhouse emissions, these toxins that we're putting into the air. So we start. That should be fine. You know, if they want to start in 2030, they say the unique thing is two superpowers have never met to do this kind of thing before. That should be great success. So the same thing with us. How many times have you said, how many times do I have to forgive? It's time for them to forgive. It's time for them to change. Well, you know what? You starting it is good enough. That's success.